Dear Diddy, bro, you are the corporation. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. Yeah, you see it. Go ahead and get in a safe space. Get your headphones because I'm talking as soothing as I can because, girl, I'm about to run through this thing because I have been waiting to talk about this in a video for the longest. I cannot tell y'all, so go ahead. Baby, y'all see I'm getting ramped up. Diddy had the audacity, the caucasity to open his mouth on Twitter, to get on Twitter and to share a link and talking about what corporations need to be doing to take care of black folks and giving back. Y'all are taking from black folks, but y'all not out here giving back into the community. When I tell you everybody and they mama start eating Diddy up, rightfully so, this man has branded himself as the capitalist. Now he wants to come out here and tell us he Fred Hampton. Bro, we need to be taking you to the shed, period. So let's talk about it. Baby, when I tell y'all, I'm going up another octave. I have been waiting to do this video for the longest. I have never really ever been here for Diddy, ever. That man is a capitalist with where capitalists don't have any care. But he is a black capitalist that allows, that uses his blackness to create, to make it seem like it's a safe space for other black folks, and then he messes them over. Diddy, everybody who you have touched, every pen that you have given to somebody to sign a contract with you, baby, they have fled the country after getting out the country. Every one of them. You have had folks get on live radio talking about how trash you are. You have had little Kim talk about how you did her over. You have had people talk about you for the longest. Like, there is a list that I had to compile of folks who you have done over that I didn't even know who existed. I didn't even know they existed. But you know what stood out to me? What stood out to me was seeing Sarah from Making the Band, how she was trying to get somebody to read over, she was trying to get another attorney to read over the contract that you was telling her to sign. And you dogged her out. You and y'all dogged her out for trying to do that. And she had every right to do it because when we look at it, everybody who's been signed to Bad Boy has experienced some type of mental trauma that they have not been able to recover from. Like, bro, Mace has came out a couple of years ago and dragged you on Instagram and talked about how bad you are. The band The Lox with Jadakiss and I think his name is P Styles. Girl, they were all on the radio on Hot 97 back in 2003 or 2005 dragging you and talking about how trash you are and the contracts that you had them on. Like, Diddy, we have seen you make a black person run down the street to get you a cheesecake. You are the corporation, bruh. So for you to get on your platform and talk about what GMC needs to be doing, and you can tell by the wording of this piss poor written ass paragraph, this would even get a 2 in a writing contest. It would probably just get a 1, and it's probably just because they put their last name on it. I'm gonna read some of the stuff that Diddy has said in his so-called letter to these corporations and stuff. He titled this, in the first sentence he got this: if you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. Sis, you are the oppressor. You are the oppressor. When I tell you, there is nothing that we can do with Diddy anymore. He is so far gone. Like, there is no rehabilitation for Diddy. Like, it's just take him to the shed. That's it, and I hate to say that, but if we talking about a true revolution, we got to let some of these folks go. And some of these folks have given us some good music or stolen some stuff and recreate. We got to let some of these folks go. Diddy, ain't nobody following your ass nowhere. We ain't following you. You out here having conversation with Charlamagne the God. Charlamagne the God ain't no person to talk about no revolutionary shit. He's on a radio show talking about music and sitting next to another light-skinned capitalist that don't have no working brain. Like, girl, like, these are the folks who you are in community with. You don't even have no strong community that would have told you that this ain't even nothing that you need to put out. I can't imagine sitting next to you as a friend. Your friends failed you. I know you had a conversation, bro. If you would have came to me with this and told me that this is what you about to put out for the girls, I would have told you right then there, girl, they're going to eat you alive. And that's what they're doing right now to you online. But I guarantee you, everybody in your circle is so used to leeching off of you because you leeching off of everybody else that they want a part of it. The only reason why you wrote this stuff, and even if you did probably write it, the only reason why you came out against this stuff is because you want to sit next to the oppressors at the table. That's it. I'm going to read it to y'all. The same feet companies used to stand with us in solidarity are the same feet they used to stand on our necks. Bro, do you know how many necks you done broke? Diddy, your feet, you literally, you got branded shoes to stand on folks' neck. You are the corporation. I'm going to keep, and I hope to God you see this. I hope to God you do. I really hope to God you see. When confronted by the leaders of black-owned media companies, General Motors GM listed my network. Within the first, second, or third sentence, he's mentioned himself. Which tells you none of this is about black folks. None of this. And I can't even get through this bullshit because it's complete bullshit. Jesse Wu just responded to you and said that you didn't even want to, your team, your folks, didn't even want to pay her for a gig. Y'all reached out to her and asked her to host. Y'all reached out to her and asked her to host something and didn't even want to pay her. So why does GMC, General Motors, need to give you some money because you are black? Are you going to give that money back to us? It won't even make it to us because you are going to have to give it to Mace and all these other folks who you have done in, bruh. Like, when confronted by the leaders of several black-owned media companies, General Motors listed my network, Revolt, as an example of the black-owned media it supports. While Revolt does receive advertising revenue from GM, our relationship is not an example of success. Instead, Revolt, just like other black-owned media companies, fights for crumbs while GM makes billions of dollars every year from the black community. Exposing GM's historic refusal to fairly invest in black-owned media is not an assassination of character. It's exposing the way GM and many other advertisers have always treated us. No longer can corporate America manipulate our community into believing that incremental progress is acceptable action. I'm telling y'all, representation politics is going to be the death of us. Because Diddy ain't nothing but representation for some of us. For some folks who believe that they will one day be as rich as Diddy, one day they'll be as successful, but not seeing all of the things that Diddy has done, all the black folks who he has consumed. Bro, we might as well call you Majin Buu. We might as well call you, all you doing is eating folks and taking their powers. That's all you doing. Like, you zapping folks, we might as well call you rogue. That's all you do. You just zap folks' powers. You take their stuff, and it's like, oh my God, he's so powerful. But not seeing you only got this power from taking from everybody else. Like, bro, you had your shoes and clothes made in sweatshops. You are the capitalist. You are the corporation. So you telling us to, like, we need to stand against, bro, we need to stand against you first. Because you, like, we know these corporations don't care about us. We see that every day. But what you do is, you paint it and make it seem as though you black, so you care. You have had decades of doing that. And plenty of people have called you out for it. And then you get the nerve to get on here and share this shit. And I can't even read this shit because there are ads everywhere. So it's not even a situation where you don't even care. You like trying to get the message out. You even making money off of this. Like, you could have just posted this on Medium, or you could have posted this on Instagram. It wasn't well thought out. You don't have no plan. You just came out here and complained. You have all these resources, all this money, and you have all of these things. And this is the best you can come up with. You ain't got no team to tell us what's next. All you have is empty promises and fucking binding contracts. That's all you have. You ain't, like, bro, you can't do nothing for us. You ain't with us. The reason for you coming out and saying this is because you want to sit at master's table and you want to continue to oppress black folks even more and make even more profits. I think what the real issue is, you are mad that you struggling to get to $1 billion. That's your reality. You struggling to get there. It's like, oh, I'm almost there, but I'm not there. That's what you want. You want to be worth $1 billion and more. So you looking at GMC like, y'all need to be paying my company more. We only got this and that. You need to, and now within the third sentence of your paragraph talking about what black folks need to receive, you are talking about you. You are talking about what you need. And I'm seeing through it. You're not gonna fool me, sis. You ain't gonna pull no Kanye West over me. I'm done with that. I ain't done with that. I'm done with that. Corporations like General Motors have exploited, and he's not even naming other corporations. He's not even naming. What has Ciroc done? You don't even own Ciroc like that. Like, that's not even your company. Like, you're the brand ambassador. Sure, you have shares in the company, but that's not your company. What has Ciroc done for black folks? And if they have, point it out for me. I would love to see it. I'm not saying they haven't, but look how much money Ciroc has made. What are they giving us? Are y'all out here building infrastructure, providing like high-speed internet and black homes? Like, the only thing you're doing is passing out $250 for families, when you should be paying they bills for the whole year, to be honest. But I'm gonna be completely honest, we don't even need your money, because, to be honest, the money that you have made, if it was to be paid back to the folks who you have exploited, you wouldn't even have that much money, because you don't have no actual talent. Your only talent is being a sniving ass capitalist. That's it. That's it. There's nothing special about you. You don't have no talent. You can't rap. You can't sing. Folks will write new lyrics and stuff for you. They've already talked about that. There's no talent for you. You don't have no talent. You are the folks, like, you are the one who master tells to go get the black folks in line. So you are the corporation's Negro. You are the corporation's happy Negro who they tell to, yeah, go ahead and sign them folks up. We're going to give you some money. Like, you think you the black Messiah, girl? You are Judas. You ain't nobody's Messiah. You are a sniving capitalist. And then, like, once again, corporations like General Motors have exploited our culture, undermined our power, excluded black entrepreneurs from participating in the value created by black consumers. In 2019, brands spent $239 billion on advertising. Less than 1% of that was invested in black-owned media companies. Out of the roughly $3 billion General Motors spent on advertising, we estimate only $10 million was invested in black-owned media. Only $10 million out of $3 billion. Like the rest of corporate America, General Motors is telling us to sit down, shut up, and be happy with what we get. It don't even, like, he's not even naming other corporations that have done the same stuff, because there have been plenty of businesses that have used African American vernacular to market their stuff. We've seen even black kids who are just having fun on TikTok, dancing to music, and their stuff being, like, redone by some white folks and sitting on Jimmy Kimmel. Like. It's disrespectful that black-owned media companies only represent 1% of the total advertising market. It's disrespectful that the distributors refuse to carry black-owned media brands in our era. This man is only talking about black-owned media. Like, that's the only black folks, black-owned businesses. Because this is not about black folks, this is about Diddy. This is the same who was out here selling vote or die shirts, who was profiting off that and telling black folks, you don't vote, you're gonna die, and profiting off of that. And we did vote. They did vote. And look where they at. Diddy, you are so far gone. Like, I want to believe in some rehabilitation, but I just don't think I don't think we can with you. Like, you are like President Snow. Like, we need to, like, I just don't even know. And then this is the last sentence that gets me. This is the one that really, this is the kicker. This is the kicker. It's disrespectful that the distributors refuse to carry black-owned media in an era where our impact and influence is undeniable. The very man who is responsible for the commercialization of hip-hop. You can't make this shit up. It's disrespectful that the same community that represents 14% of the population spend $1.4 trillion annually is still the most economically undervalued and underserved at every level. To repeat, $1.4 trillion annually. No analysis, no real shit, just vibes. If you are one of the folks that's out here that telling that black folks spend 1.4 and all this other stuff and da 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 da, even if black folks are spending $1.4 trillion, our white counterparts are still spending more. If we were spending more money than white folks, we would be able to see it. So I don't think folks understand that. Yes, we do invest in certain, like, we are the culture. But to say that black folks are out here like have more money and capital than white makes absolutely no sense. It makes no sense. How are we, like, girl, it makes no sense. Like, we out here spending more than our white counterparts, but we're not getting none of the pay, none of the resources. Like, what does that mean? Like, what? What does that mean? If anything, I would say our culture, if you want to put a price tag on it, is worth trillions of dollars. Our labor built, our stolen labor, our slave labor built this everything in the United States. We can say that, but to say that, oh, we spent 1.4 and tells me that you don't have the analysis to be able to have this conversation, which is why you wrote this piss poor ass 3.5 essay with no leading point and no solution, because you don't have anything. You don't have nothing to offer us other than you want more capital and you want to sit at master's table. That's it. That's it. I hope y'all share this video and y'all tag Diddy in it. I might even do a part 2, because the more I go through this stuff, the more I see how many folks that Diddy has messed over. I can literally do a whole series. Honestly, at this point, it needs to be given Surviving Diddy. At this point, it needs to be given Surviving Sean Combs, because this man has done so much wrong to so many black folks that it is really sad. It is really sad and scary. So share this video, tag his ass in there. I hope we continue to eat his ass up to the point that we don't see him nowhere on nobody's TV or nowhere carrying a Ciroc bottle. Peace.